Hey guys, this is CMS Austin, and just wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of the new Season 8 layout of my Thomas the Train series. And, I built a new layout, and we're gonna give the tour here. So here we go. I guess we'll start where we left Season 7 off of, which is right here at the sheds. As we see, you have P.T. Boomer, Sir Topham Hatt, the cargo car of blasters that blasted one of these engines here. We don't know who until of course, the next season. Hopefully we figure out who. So we have Gordon, James, Thomas, Percy, Henry, all in the sheds. Then we have Edward over here, Dennis, Fergus, and Mike, and that's the order that they were left of the last season. So that's the only thing that's basically the setup the same. Although the sheds, I moved it from the other side of the room to now here. You'll see. I'll give you kind of a point of reference of the room if you'd be able to tell where it is now. So as of the last layout, this is about where the incline was. So the narrow gauge engine. So if we go here, this just ends in a siding. There's the water tower. Right here, this where Dennis is, it just ends again. Over there, behind Edward, is the airfield now. I always kind of try to pick an area somewhere outside of the layout where I can stick the airfield where Harold and Tiger Moth are sitting, and that just happened to be probably the best place to put it this time. So, yep. And then if we follow to where Mike's line is, behind him, we have here the yard. This is the closest that I've ever had the yard in any of my layouts. It's very close indeed to the shed, the Nafford shed. Tidmouth sheds, excuse me. And there looks like Charlie about ready to grab, I don't know, one of those coaches, or even Hector there. And then this is Annie and Clarabelle, old slow coach, and the regular express coaches. I sadly do not have any of the Nafford Express coaches or Henrietta. I just, they're pretty rare items, so I haven't got a good deal on them. I haven't found, so yep. Here is the useful engine shed, and it's kind of right off the yard, and this will play kind of a role to the next season of what the shed stands for here. So now we'll go up. There's Terrence and Trevor in the field right there. And if we follow this line, it merges to two now. There's the Great Western engines, Duck with two troublesome freight cars, troublesome trucks, and then Oliver with Toad there. So come back here. There's where the famous rug is. That'll always be there, Matt. And here's Nafford Station. Here we have Lori. That's the Lori 1. I don't use the Lori 1 in my series because, unfortunately, I don't have the other two Loris. They are extremely rare to get. That's just why I haven't got them. Come back here to the sheds then. We go to Sir Topham Hatt's line. It comes down to where Whiff and Scruffy and Fred are. Boy, he is hauling a really troublesome load there, it looks like. Two of those freight cars. That looks like trouble. Oh, wow. Okay, so here at Nafford Station, we have Hero. From right to left, we have Hero, Molly, Neville, and Hank. Kind of bigger, kind of tender engines, probably waiting for their coaches. Charlie will probably have to get a start on that. If we follow Molly's line, this is really the only part of the layout I extremely hate. I started to run out of certain track pieces and kind of room in this room. It's not really the biggest room to have a proper layout, but I did the best I could. I really don't like this part. So if we follow Molly's line, it just comes to here, to where the lumber yard is, where Emily is picking some up. and I really don't like that at all. I hate how that turned out. Same with Neville's line. It just comes around the bend and ends in a buffer. Nothing special. And then same with Hank. It ends at the docks right there behind Colin, which we'll get to in a little bit. So, yep. So now we'll follow the only interesting line, which is Heroes. Comes out here, goes to where Arthur is, pulling an appropriate train for him, since he always likes to be clean. He probably wants people to recycle. Then it comes over here to the Hat Street crossing, where looks like the twins, Donald and Douglas, are taking the Chinese dragon to some, I don't know what it is, maybe some carnival. And it looks like Butch and Elizabeth are patiently waiting, or maybe impatiently, I don't know. If we keep going on the line, we come to a switch here that goes to two ways where Frank and Wilbert are. If we keep going, it goes to, through this tunnel where, a lady, wonder what she's doing on the lighthouse bridge. Shouldn't she be in the magic buffers? I don't know why she's there. So there's the lighthouse bridge, comes to the docks now. I like how the docks turned out this time. It's of course similar to last season. I found the best place for the transfer table would be right by the docks, so that's where I kept it. Bulstrode, Cranky, Harvey, Salty, Colin, and Kevin right there, and then it just leads to the back of Nafford Station. So Toby's crossing here. Then if we'll go to Rosie there with the aquarium cars, and Max and Monty back there. So if we take Rosie's line, goes back to Murdoch with the cookie cars, the cookie car set, I don't know what you want to call it, with a caboose. Goes under this clock tower bridge, and I really like what I did here with the clock tower. It, on the bottom of it, below it, the standard gauge engines go through, so BoCo goes through there. And on top there, the narrow gauge engines go through the top of it. And I really like how that turned out. It kind of, crosses railways there. I thought it looks really cool where Mighty Mac are up there. There's Proteus, Cody, and Catherine in the back of, not Nafford Station, Wellsworth Station, one of the newest items of mine. I did a review on that, so if you'd want to see that. Victor with the Steamworks parts comes to this intersection here that intersects with the standard gauge track. Rusty and the cement mixer stuff, I don't know what you want to call it, cement mixer cars, whatever. That was the pack that came with him. Boulder Mountain there, because it was on narrow gauge tracks, right next to standard gauge track in the episode. Madge hauling Fearless Freddy. He tried to do something, I don't know what. Behind the mountain here is Neil peeking out of there. Duncan with a slate car. And here's Peter Sam and Sir Handel working at the incline. Yes, there's the incline. And right about here what you were looking at, was last year's last layout's Nafford Station. So now it's way over there, and now it's way over there on the other side. Then there's Iva Hugh, Duke, Scarlett Reneus in a slate car, and so that's basically the narrow gauge layout, kind of right there. Yep. It's kind of small, but, I really couldn't do anything with it. There's Bill Ben in a quarry troublesome truck. That's kind of the quarry area here. Mavis, Jack Alfie. Then there's Derek. Looks like they're going to be pulling something on Derek. I don't know. The twins better be careful. Then they go under the little tunnel here where Stepney is with the museum cars. And goes back to Wilbert there. And then there's Byron and Isabella there, sitting offside the track, probably having a conversation there. The big yellow shot right there. And then there's Stanley with the Barnes & Noble's car going on top of it, and it goes this way to where Daisy and Caroline are at the Wellsworth Station with a milk tanker, and then it goes back to the transfer table. So now if we keep going this way, go down the hill, we get to the scrap yards where all the Diesel Alliance are. Oh man, it looks trouble. Looks like Diesel, Larry, and Bert are wondering what they're doing here. All these Diesels and alliances, of course, and we now know that Billy and Smudger have joined the Diesels, as we've seen in previous episodes. And looks like Bulgy and George are with them too. And if we go back, it keeps going. What the heck? That looks like Thomas back there. But I thought Thomas was over there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Then we'll go outside the switch here, going this way, where the Flying Scotsman Memorial is, which is really just the castle bridge that, as you guys know of, but in the series we know it's the Flying Scotsman Castle Memorial, so I figured it'd be appropriate to have him going through it. Even though he's left many years ago in Sodor, it figured it'd be a nice way to display it. Come through this way, and there's Flora with her coach at Ellsworth Station with Bertie outside. He's probably Bertie's probably waiting for Thomas to come by for a race. I don't know. And then we go back to where we began at the sheds. So I think that was about everything, you guys. Here's kind of, I'm trying to get a good shot. Look how crowded and busy Sodor looks. Oh my goodness. Yes. So we'll come back here to end the video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Episodes should be coming soon. Not 100% sure the exact date, but they should be coming soon. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you in the next episodes.